Hey Heart Garbage Squad, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we will be talking about the easiest way to advance your account to the next level for RTA, Guild War, Arena, basically the whole Summoner's War. Before we get into that, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe for more content. This video will primarily be me talking and not so much me playing, so if you're the latter, this video is probably not for you. So let's get right into it. And the easiest way to advance your account is one simple thing. It's called will runes. So for you guys who don't know, well, I'd be surprised if you don't know. If you have a 2 set for will runes, it gives you immunity, and immunity is super key because either 1, you're not fast enough and you could get controlled. 2, will runes allow you to manipulate the AI and also RNG. So if you don't know what I mean, I will start off with arena defense, okay? How often do you see Vanessa or Samoth, Triana, or a passive unit like a terrorist, for example, with no will runes? It's not very common because the easiest way to counter things on arena defense is running a Zyros by doing an AoE reset, or a Ganymede using the 3rd skill, which is a guarantee, or some of the new units now, kind of just, look at the Art Master, don't need will runes, just destroy them. Anyways, if you have will runes, Vanessa passive, Triana passive is gonna live. However, not everyone will have a Tiana, right? This is probably a very common AO you're going to see, something along the lines of the Pung Beck, right? Like anything with Tiana to strip this whole team of will runes, very common. However, not everyone will have a Tiana. Some may rely on like an Aquila or a Gemini, and when you have will runes, it's not guaranteed. So that is a really simple way for you to do it. On my defense, I don't have will runes on my Triana. I don't, because I don't have the runes for that. However, some of you guys will understand not having Nemesis, not having will runes on Triana is for RTA only, and we'll talk about more of that later. So a way to counter this team is, if you don't have will runes, then you build high res. However, high res, honestly, not really guaranteed, right? However, it is one way to try to counter people with accuracy checks like bombers or Zyros. And will runes is another way to do it if they are not running Tiana, but an Aquila or a Gemini. Also, a very common thing I do see, and happens a lot in account reviews, is when someone runs a defense that looks something like, I'm just going to run something like this. The reason being is, it's just like a quick, I'll show you quickly. I'm not showing this defense works, I'm showing the example here. So when people do not run will runes on their Samoth, they don't run will runes on their Perna, this is what happens. I take first turn, and I will amp, right? If there's no will runes here, and I ran a, sorry, let me give you a better example here, hold on. So I'm gonna go ahead, and that was my Fat Lucian team, by the way, so I'm gonna change it to use my Speed Lucian team. So if someone Speed Lucians you, okay, as in the Lucian goes first, or the Samoth goes first, and then they hit you. So in this example, Kabila goes first. Just imagine here, I don't have will runes on the Samoth or Perna, okay? Just imagine here. Just imagine. I know it's hard, but just try to imagine here. So in this scenario, for a Speed Lucian team, the Samoth goes first. And if there's no will runes here, your Samoth is not going to revive, your Perna will not get another life, and then the Lucian effectively takes out 2 monsters if they don't resist, right? And there you go. And in this scenario, only Camilla would be remaining. The easiest way to fix your arena defense is slap some will runes in. Like, I know not everyone has a 33 speed lead called Samoth, but hey, the more counters you have to someone, or the more counters you have to the general meta, the less you'll get hit, or the more you'll win your defenses. Okay, that's my biggest gripe. The easiest way to advance your arena defense: slap some of your will runes on your stupid Perna and your stupid Samoth, and stop running your Nemesis Samoth. It doesn't really work. And I'll give you another example here. Okay. If I run this Fat Lucian team, right? Fat Lucian team. And let's assume I do not have any will runes on my Samoth here. This is what's going to happen. No will runes on my offensive Samoth, okay? Not my defensive Samoth. I will Lucian And right here, this unit, no will runes. I kill the enemy Samoth. It's on despair, guaranteed. It's gonna get like a nemesis proc if it's on nemesis on defense, or if it goes right now and because I'm not speed tuned, it will use second skill and reset my own Samoth, and then I basically die, right? So that's how you want to look at it, because you want to run will runes on your offensive units so you can control the enemy's skills. In this case, Samoth getting reset by the Samoth. Does that make sense to you? I know a little bit confusing, but I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, the next thing I want to do is RTA. RTA is huge. And for a lot of you guys getting into RTA, I've done a lot of account re-runes. For those who are wondering, it's like fee for service for RTA account re-runes. And I've done a lot of the fighter range and conquer range. And if you just take a look at the best, you will see a common trend here. Look at Ganymede, Oki, Chiwu, Thor, Gianna. Sierra, Molong, Barbara, Sekhmet, Daphnis, Sierra. Do you see Hathor there? Do you kind of see a trend right now? If you guys don't see a trend, I will tell you what the trend is. All of these units have some form of control. And that control is going to be a Hathor sleep, a Sierra bomb, a Gani reset, a Chu AoE strip, a Gianna strip, Savannah AoE defense break, for example, attack bar reduction, Gani Hathor, don't need to say more, Daphnis, right? These units, basically, if you do not get turn 1 and RTA, you will get controlled. Where's that Gani Hathor team? I'll just play that while I talk. Alright, even this was good. I'll go with this, okay? So let's watch this. So, in RTA, if you don't know what you're doing, basically in today's meta, it is to get turn 1. Alright? Fast swift units or fast violent runes. You will see right here that the enemy team is decked out on will runes. Do you know why? Because the meta is control. Let's just say this non-Zilla Go guy didn't get first turn. Savannah could have defense broken almost boom, boom, and boom. Because Barbara will strip, or the Hathor does skill 2 and strips, and then the Savannah does a lot of work, right? So keep in mind, this game still requires you to go through an accuracy check. So if the Gianna misses the third skill and you have will runes, then you win, right? Or if you have no will runes, sure, yeah, you counter Gianna here, but you don't counter the Ganymede because he's guaranteed a third skill on the target of his selection. Or if you had a Thor here, tough luck, right? So you will see here. See, look, even Oki missed the reset through will. This is the easiest way for you to move your account to the next level. Farm Necro or farm Alunia B5 for the will runes. In today's meta, it is really much about first turn. And when you talk about, like, say, speed tuning, and speed tuning essentially is guaranteeing your monsters go in consecutive order before the enemy cuts in. So where's that Gani Hathor team? Right, that's here, perfect. Gani Hathor team. So when you, let's just say you go for a AoE strip, Hathor, and then Ganymede, all of them need to be in relatively the same speed range. Look at this. This man is full will runes. Do you know why? Because control on Hathor, control on Ganymede, control on Sierra, or damage on Sierra with the bombs. But will runes counter his whole team. So now he has a selection. Do I use Hathor's skill on what unit? He picks the Fran, and here's what I mean by speed tuning. You see this? The Hathor goes first, but the Ganymede does not go immediately afterwards, which means the Fran, which resisted the strip and sleep, will put immunity up, and now his team is rendered useless here. So this means this Korean dude just ran out of juice on turn 1, and it'll be a lot more hard or difficult for him to win here. So you can see the importance of will runes here. I don't know if he's gonna win here, but you saw the will runes gave the Japanese dude a better chance at winning even though he lost. I don't want to show you the whole match, but I'm sure you guys get the concept. Running will runes is because I know you're not, everything's not gonna be speed tuned. They're all gonna be different ranges. And when there's a gap, having will runes not allowing you to get controlled is super key and beneficial, especially for you guys who don't farm swift runes or do not have fancy violent runes that are super quad speed. You are going to need will runes on a lot of your units. And if I'd say having will runes on everything will probably advance your rank in RTA a lot higher than, like, let's say a violent set on something, for example, because having a turn is so important in today's meta. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this like knowledge part. I know not a lot of gameplay, like I said, but for you guys wondering how many will runes do I have a lot of will runes, and a lot of them are slot 2 speeds right here. As you can see, slot 2 speeds are very, very key. I would never say, well, to end this video, I would say for a lot of you end game players, you're probably not farming Necro anymore because you're farming Lunia B10. But for you early game players, I'd farm Necro for will runes and your rage runes to get you into BJ5, but also a Lunia B10 if you can do it. I understand a Lunia B10 is on the high requirements, and if you can do it, fantastic. If you can't, that should be your goal. Will runes work on like every unit: bruisers, DPS units, support units. You really can't go wrong with will runes as your force 2 set instead of an energy or a blade rune. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed that, and see you guys in the next video.